March the 3rd, 2022, and it's 2 years since I got Cate bus. So yeah, I can't quite believe that. So let's see how she's getting on. So yes, warts and all, it's a bit untidy in here, but it was never meant to be a show project. It's for travelling in, it's for living in. I've got somewhere to make drinks, somewhere to sleep, somewhere to use if there's an emergency, and yeah, I've had some great day trips, weekends and short trips over the last couple of years, and there's a few changes I'm going to make so that we're good for the next couple, and hopefully some longer trips, because I still want to go around the coastline. There's a lot of the country I haven't seen yet. Everything's pretty much stayed in place. The curtain holders, they've stayed up for 2 years, so quite amazing. The curtains are starting to come away now, as they get rolled up and down quite a lot. They're coming away. Yeah, the curtains were made from an old shawl and an old skirt. They had every expense. So the curtains have been great. A little bit of a faff to use, but well worth it, because they keep the heat in on the colder evenings and at night. And one night, early February, I got up in the morning and there was ice on the windscreen, and yeah, I had no idea I was warm enough in here. So I'm just going to put some impact adhesive back on and fix all this up again. So they're all glued back in place now. They've just got to dry overnight just so they reach the full bond. And next thing I'm going to do is this. It's the worktop. And originally I was going to build in a little hob and bowl for washing into this, but it's actually more versatile as it is, and I just use my camp cooker and a little bowl, and I can use this for all sorts of things. But it's getting a bit stained and it's quite difficult to clean being wood. So yeah, I like the natural effect of it. I love the bare pallet wood, but I think it's time it got a bit of a tidy up, seal the cracks, just a bit of filling and sealing, bit of sanding down, and then I'm going to give it a couple of coats of lacquer, and this removes anyway, so to give me access to the boxes underneath so that I can get food and my makeup and things when the bed's pulled out. It means I've got access to some stuff. So yeah, so yes, works well, but does need a bit of TLC there. So yes, filling, sanding, and a couple of good coats of lacquer. I've got some polyurethane left from a floor that I did, so I'll use that. Don't need to buy anything. Always good news. Okay, so there it is. It's back in place, with the gaps more sealed and a couple of coats of varnish. It's now a lot more hygienic. It can be wiped down, less likely to accumulate food splashes and bits of doggy fluff. So yeah, a lot better. I'll bring the varnish out and get the rest of it to match. Someone's having fun out there. Okay, the other thing I need to do is do some work on the bunk. It served me well, but since I've had the dog, I've needed to pull it out and push it in quite a bit, and some of the slats are coming a bit loose, so I need to tighten all that up. I did make it so that I could open it up by lifting these up, so that I could lift it up and get into the stuff at the back. But I've actually not used that in 2 years. So what I'm going to do is fasten down some of these, and just give it a bit of a reinforce. The other thing I've noticed is that sometimes the mattress slides off the bunk, which is really annoying. So I'm going to put a little bit of a lip along here, which will hopefully hold it in place. I tend to sit at this end, so I don't really want a lip there. But I think if I just put one along here, that'll tidy it up a bit, and it'll be a bit easier to use. It's getting increasingly rickety. Okay, so this is much better. This is a much smoother action now. As you see, this is pulling out and pushing in a lot better. And all I've actually done is put a couple of sheets of craft hobby balsa on top of the central slat, and I'm going to screw that in. I just wanted to make sure it works properly. When you're designing your bunk, it's worth bearing that in mind, that the middle, if you're making it sliding, the middle needs to be up slightly higher than the sides, only by about 5mm, no more than that. It's not something I thought about, and I kept wondering why these would stub into the side, and I'd be fiddling around and then they'd be breaking off. And this side as well, as you can see, they slide in nicely now. But before they were getting caught on the side. So yeah, when you're putting your centre reinforcement in, make it about 5mm higher than the sides. Okay, so that's all screwed in now, and yeah, that works a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier to deal with. Now to sort that little lip that I was talking about.